Sorry, that last video got stopped, unfortunately. I might have my delay on my screen cut out too early. But what I was saying is, this may be the way of the future. This may be something that is up and coming that no one's thought of yet, that may be the absolute best way to communicate with the entire world and benefit the entire world. So I know it may sound crazy, but I'm just going to let you know what I'm thinking. And I'd love to hear your feedback and your input because, like I said, all advice and input and help is gladly accepted and needed. So what my objective and primary goal for this channel is that I want to be somebody who literally starts solving the problems that we face in this world. Some of the biggest issues to the smallest issues, but I want to start fixing this world and literally saving the world with the idea of, saving the world. I know that sounds crazy when people say save the world, but this world does need to be saved. At least the people in it do. There's wars going on. There's famine. There's there's so many drugs, there's so many things that are consumed by our people that minimize their lives that is just ungodly. And if he was here, if God was a physical man that was walking on this earth and he could solve all the problems himself, he would just be devastated with the task that's at hand. So my objective for this channel is to give people, the viewers, clear-cut things that are going on in this world. Like I said, poverty, hunger, war, water shortage, government things that are deceptive, just things like 9/11, for instance. It may be sort of conspiracy theory-ish, but not the way that you're thinking. I'm not trying to blame nobody. I'm trying to prevent things like that from ever happening again. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that are relevant to the things that I just mentioned, but that's what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be about talking about those things, and it's going to be about realizing what the problem is, and then finding a solution to those problems. And I have lots of solutions to some of the biggest problems in the world already. Some of the biggest things that we face as humans, I already have the solution, and I know a simple way to fix a lot of it. Just by thinking outside the box and looking at it differently than most of you do. And you may think I'm lying, or you may think that it's bullshit, but that's your opinion. You're going to have to find out from yourself what's real and what's not real. But the thing that I have that is real for you is that I am going to start making these videos. I am going to start coming up with solutions and ideas and plans on how we can fix this world as a whole. And it may start out in the United States, or it may just go global. I'm not sure how I'm going to portray that exactly, but I'm going to start somewhere, and I'm going to just come up with a video idea of a problem that we face, and I'm going to think of it all the way down to its bare beginning and what it's constructed of, and I'm going to figure out how to completely eliminate it and rejuvenate it to where it's optimal and beneficial for everybody. People don't think that certain things could be resolved because they haven't been, but just because something hasn't been done doesn't mean that it can't be. It just means that no one's done it yet. And that's what this channel is about, is a hypothetical situation. Say, like I said, hypothetical, hear me out. Say that I'm the absolute richest man that will ever live on the entire earth forever. I got so much money that I can do literally anything, right? So what I'm going to do, or what I want to do with this imaginary money, is help make the world a better place. And in doing so, I'm willing to act as like a president or a leader of a country or the world through my smartphone. I'm going to make videos on this YouTube channel, and I'm going to come up with resolutions to the problems that we face in this world. And hopefully we can start getting somewhere and making some of these changes occur. Because change first occurs within yourself, and then it occurs around you through other people who are connected to you. And then it could go anywhere at any given time at an instant. With the fact that we have smartphones and social media and the internet to our advantage, if something's done right, it can be spread to the world in a matter of minutes. And that's the thing that I'm trying to accomplish, is figure out how to do this right, set this up right, so hopefully by the time I'm 50 years old, I can be somewhere where I'm very protected and safe, and I can spend the rest of my days constructing and coming up with plans to fix the problems that we face on this world and the issues that are killing people by the thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even the millions a year. That needs to change. People need to quit dying for, inhumane purposes and start living their lives to their fullest extent and their ability. So I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you hear me out. Like I said, I know this is a little bit above and beyond what most people think, and this is a little bit crazy. I know, but this is all hypothetical scenarios with real solutions. Like I said, I'm hypothetically the richest man that will ever live. I can do anything and everything I want. But what I want to do with my money, my imaginary money, is help make the world a better place. And by doing that, I want to resolve the issues that we face in this world. And by doing that, I'm going to be giving resolutions to the situations and problems that we face by thoroughly critiquing them and investigating them and coming up with a constructive plan to eliminate or defeat them. So if there's anyone out there who would like to collaborate, who has videos, who would like to be a part of this movement, this is an everybody thing. This isn't just a me thing or the city I'm from, my friends or my family. This is something that everybody should do if they get a chance to help contribute. This isn't going to be done by just me making some videos. This is going to be done by people who really want to make change in this world, acting as a whole in a collaborative, and really going out there and showing the world what we got, letting people who rule and dictate our minds and our freedoms through money have that whole idea be changed and reinvented, because the way things are today are not the way they should be tomorrow. The biggest thing that we can do for this world before we leave it is cause change to occur. If we can cause change to occur, that is phenomenal. If we can change the lives of ourselves, then we can change the lives of our children and our grandchildren and their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren and so on and so forth. And then the world will be a better place for the future of mankind and everyone in it. That's my goal, is to make everyone's life a little bit easier, even if it just makes their day or their hour better. If we can give people just a little bit of a better life, especially by doing something as simple as making a video and giving them solutions to problems, then why not? So I'm out here alone. I'm standing by myself as of right now. But I'm hoping that by the end of this movement, there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, or billions of people around the world who are a part of this, ready to help make changes and help start knocking these things out, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of problems, and I only got so much time. I can only do so much. And say, for instance, there's a political candidate that wants to run for office, and they hear some things that I say in my videos, and they're very beneficial, and they're very positive things to say. If they want to utilize the information that I've given them and use it as like their campaign slogan or help them get elected into office, I very much welcome that. I do not care if somebody copies or steals the things that I say on my videos. Go ahead and spread the message as far as you can. If you can get into office with what I have to say, I really think that we're going to be doing even more powerful things in a much faster rate. But I'm just letting people know that I don't care if you literally copy my video and paste it somewhere else, or if you make a video similar or a channel similar to what I'm doing and you create followings and do the same stuff. That's all about what this movement's about, is continually making this place better. And it may have to start off with, like I said, you, and then your family and your friends and the people around you, and slowly evolve through your city, your state, your country, and the world. But it will evolve, and it will cause change to occur. But we need to start giving these people answers to the problems that we face, because if we don't have an answer, or if we don't give people ideas of answers, then these problems are never going to change. People just think that, oh, it can't be done. It can't be done because it hasn't been done. It's not that it can't be done because it can't be done. It hasn't been done because no one's fulfilled the obligation or attempted, the goal yet. So I'm going to stand up and say that I'll be the first one to attempt to take on the whole world and all the issues in the world. And if I stand alone, I stand alone. If I create loyal people who are about my movement, then more power to us all. But I'm not trying to be the face of nothing. I'm not trying to be none of what you think this is about. This isn't about like ruling the world or nothing. This is about making the world the absolute best place for us and our descendants. So it must occur, and change must begin to slowly start. Whether it starts right now or it starts tomorrow, the things that we do and say must start becoming more positive, beneficial, and productive for the future of our man and our future of our globe, because there's negative and serious consequences for the path that we are already on today. And if you don't believe me, do your research and understand the fundamentals of terrorism and governments and politics and banking systems and global warming and stuff like that. And then you come back and tell me that there's no problems that we face. If you can prove to me that none of this can be resolved or that this will not work at all, then I'll quit. But there's no way that you can do that. So you have a very, very extreme task to prove me wrong, or you have a very extreme task to help me accomplish this goal. Either way, it's overwhelming. And either way, it requires input from others. So let me know what you think. Let me know how you're feeling. This might not be the day for it or the time for it, but if we don't start now, we're never going to start. Right now, we got our phones, we got social media, we got the internet, we got the advantages. The people who rule this world and have done and let the world be the way that it is are the people who have lots of money and the people who are in power. And they let it happen and continue to happen because there's some type of financial reward in the end for them. There's no financial reward for me. I'm not seeking no benefits. I'm hypothetically the richest man alive, and I'm creating resolutions to the problems that we face. It's that simple. Put yourself in my shoes and make yourself feel like you're the richest one or the most powerful one or whatever it may be, and you do the same thing. I don't care how you replicate it. I just care that the message gets spread. This is something that's going to be a power player for the future of politics, because presidents are going to no longer have to give political speeches anymore on national television. They're going to be at their home or the White House or wherever it may be, and they're going to talk on their smartphones like I am today. And that's how they're going to speak to their patrons of their country, and that's how they're going to rule their countries, and they're going to, hopefully benefit their country someday, is they'll make a message or a public awareness speech on their phone, and then they send that phone or that message out to the media, and once the media gets it, then everybody gets it. You know what I mean? So it's that simple, realistically. But say 50 years from now, that's how